Hello, I am Matthew Roberts, the lead sound designer for Quest of a Silly Night, and I'm here to tell you about our fit completion of the game and yeah, just give you an all-round overview of how it's gone so far. Yeah, so to start off, we finally finished it, got rid of most of the bugs from playtesting from what people were saying, and we had an overall resounding, quite good um, feedback from people that have been playing the game, in the way that it was competitive, in the way that it had time as sort of a way to mark how well you were doing, and in the way that it's quite simple, so people can get into it straight away and have fun with it. Um, yeah, so that's the kind of feedback we received in that sort of department. Um, I think the way that this game stands out is that it's so simple to pick up and play. It's classic platforming, so you can kind of understand it the second you jump in, that this does this, this does that. Um, and yeah, we tried to keep sort of the just original aspects than when we started playing, or we started deciding what was going into the game and everything. We started to decide that most of those we'd keep in. For example, just the platforming side of things, jumping up and down. We kept the power-ups, so there's power-ups such as invincibility, which allow you to stop losing hearts, and also ones that recover hearts, which is also useful. Yeah, so we kept those in. We kept that as an ascending level difficulty, so that once you complete the first level, obviously it gets harder and harder. Um, yeah, and we just kept that sort of simplicity because we didn't want it to be some sort of game where you have to sort of have a knowledge of it prior to it that's kind of muddled in your brain and you don't quite understand what's going on. It's just supposed to be a quick, simple game that you can get into instantly and sort of enjoy. Um, yeah, so from the feedback, we just decided that some of the stuff that they were saying we'd change a little bit. For example, the way that the character jumps and stuff. We wanted to make it so that it jumps more so than it did prior. So for example, when they were first playing the game, they were saying that the character didn't jump high enough. So to implement or to make it easier for players, we wanted to make the character jump quite larger, so that it was easier to do the platforming, and overall just make the game a little bit more easy for players that just walked into it. Um, Besides that, the game's art design has gone very well. The backgrounds are looking quite good, and as you can see from the video, it's really quite well done, the art. Um, the sprites are pretty good, I'd say. The music, I think, is quite nice. We use royalty-free music, and we got it off certain websites which were royalty free, and the music was royalty free as well, which was good. We're not planning on using it or monetizing it or anything, so it keeps it you know free and everything, so there's no troubles there. Um, yeah, I think the music definitely, since that was my department, it really feels like it should be in the game, and it really gives it some sort of life to it. Um, and yeah, and the programming, we had some issues and there are some bugs in there that we tried to thin out, and it's looking pretty good, the game, all round. And yeah, the final sprite for the dragon is pretty good, I think, which makes it stand out. Like average platformers don't really have dragons in it, so makes it pretty good. And I don't know, it just feels like a game that's quite complete, and I'm quite happy with it. Um, from where it's gone to where it is now, I feel like it's changed a lot, and the idea has changed for the better, I think. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it went. Thank you very much for listening to this and looking at the video, and I'll finally leave it off with a conclusion. I think that this game could have gone better from organisation, but in the end, the game turned out pretty well in my eyes, and yeah. So thank you very much for listening, and yeah, thanks.